Well, Megan, it's great to join you. You know, this is an ominous development for the Clinton campaign and for Democrats as a whole. This suggests that the investigation is moving to a whole other level, and granting immunity means that they'll now question this individual and get all the facts of what he did, and in particular, what Secretary Clinton told him, what her close associates told him, what they knew and what they instructed. And that suggests that the legal jeopardy is just getting greater and greater. And that, Megan, really underscores the need for Republicans to nominate a strong candidate to beat Hillary in November, because I think she is going to be a badly wounded candidate. And if we nominate a strong Republican nominee, we're going to win this general election.
You know, it's fascinating because the Republicans have been saying all along, is she going to make it? Is she actually going to make it to November? I mean, there is a greater chance than zero that Hillary Clinton will be indicted. And then what happens to this race?
Well, then you have a mess. Then you have the Democrats in complete chaos, and who knows? There's speculation that they try to parachute in a Joe Biden or a John Kerry. You know, I'll confess I don't consider myself an expert on the internal politics of the Democratic Party, but you know, in my view, regardless of who they end up running, whether they run Hillary, whether they run Bernie, or whether they run some other socialist, we need to nominate a strong conservative, because that's the only way to win, the only way to beat Hillary. And I think one of the reasons why, you know, I listened to your interview a minute ago with Marco, and one of the things I very much agree with Marco is that nominating Donald Trump would be an absolute disaster. 65 to 70% of Republicans recognize Donald Trump is the wrong candidate to go head-to-head with Hillary because he loses to Hillary. He can't beat her. You know, polling yesterday had him losing by 8 points. That was CNN's poll. That same poll had me beating Hillary. And I think that's why we're seeing so many Republicans uniting behind our campaign, because our campaign is the only campaign
He unites a faction of the electorate that we haven't seen any candidates really do before, both the working class and the middle class across party lines. That's his argument.
Well, but that's not entirely true. If you look at the states, so ours is the only campaign that has beaten Donald over and over again. We've won 4 states now. We won resoundingly in Iowa. We won resoundingly in Texas. We won a big victory in Oklahoma. We won a big victory in Alaska. And actually, we beat Donald Trump in Minnesota as well. So 5 states altogether, we've beaten Donald Trump. And if you look at who's supporting our campaign, we are dominating among young people. We are winning conservatives, but we are also competing neck and neck with Donald, with those Reagan Democrats, with those working class voters who are critical to winning. That's how you win the general election. And it's one of the reasons why we're beating Donald, is that our campaign is the only one that can fight him and fight him effectively with those blue collar workers. And you're not going to beat Donald unless you can fight him on that turf and also bring together the broader coalition of conservatives and young people all across the board. And that's what we're doing.
There's a lot of people who are looking at you and Marco Rubio, and they like you both. Any chance of a unity ticket between the two of you?
Well, listen, I think Marco is very, very talented. He has a wonderful personal story. He's a great communicator. I do think a lot of people, particularly looking after last night, have come to the inevitable conclusion that there's only one campaign that has a credible path to beating Donald Trump, and that is our campaign. We've done it over and over and over again. And unless you can do that, it's part of the reason why, you know, we've spent this past week welcoming supporters to our campaign, people who had been supporting candidates who've dropped out, people like Jeb Bush and Chris Christie, welcoming supporters of Ben Carson, welcoming supporters of Marco Rubio, who Marco is very, very talented, but he doesn't have a path to beating Donald Trump. And if we're going to beat Donald Trump, we've got to unite. We've got to come together and unite. And our campaign has demonstrated we can do it. I'll tell you, just yesterday we raised over $1 million online at tedcruz.org. That's because people are coming together.
It's great to see you. We're going to see you right here at the Fox Theater tomorrow. It's beautiful. Your view is going to be fantastic, and we're looking forward to it.
Excellent. I look forward to it as well.